Jai Hind. So yesterday or in last lecture we started line drawing algorithm of Bessonham's, and we have already done a numerical based on that. So second problem based on the same Bessonham's line drawing algorithm. So you have to calculate the points between the starting coordinate, that is 20, 10, and ending coordinates, that is 30 and 18. So value is given for x naught and y naught. You can find out x naught is what, 20, and y naught is 10, and xn from here, xn is 30 and yn is 18. So we can easily calculate del x and del y from here. I can you can see the algorithm once again. What we have to do, we have to find out del x. First you have to find out del x, then we have to find out del y, then our decision parameter, that is 2 del y minus del x. Here it is, 2 del y minus del x. Our decision parameter has to be calculated just for the starting purpose, and then an algorithm has to be repeated again and again. Iteration will be made using these conditions. So if that decision parameter is less than 0, then we will go pk plus 1, pk plus 2y, and for that x will be added with 1 and y will remain same. And if pk is greater than or equals to 0, then that scenario pk plus 1 will be equals to pk plus 2 del y minus 2 del x. Okay. So going on to that problem that we have given. So this was the problem. So here we can easily calculate del x and del y. So calculating here del x and del y, what will be the value of del x? The value of del x will be 30 minus 20, that is 10, and we can calculate here the value of del x will be equals to 30 minus 20, that is equals to 10, and value of del y equals to 18 minus 10, that is 8. 18 minus 10 equals to 8. So we can calculate the value decision parameter. Decision parameter is what? Pk. Starting decision parameter is 2 del y minus del x. So from here you can say 16 minus 10, that is pk is equals to 6. Pk is equals to 6, and this is what? Equal greater than 0. If pk is greater than 0, then what? If pk is greater than 0, it means if pk is greater than 0, then pk plus 1 will be equals to pk plus 2 del y minus 2 del x, and xk plus 1 equals to xk plus 1, and yk plus 1 equals to yk plus 1. Yeah. So we can see here starting coordinate, ending coordinates. We can calculate value of del x and del y easily, which is equals to 10 and 8. I have already done. Okay. We can calculate the value of pk, which comes out to be 6. Okay. So decision parameter for the starting purpose, pk is equals to 6. Now as pk is greater than or equals to 0, so we will follow that pk plus 1 equals to pk plus 2 del y minus 2 del x. So using this we get pk plus 1 equals to 2, and xk plus 1 equals to xk plus 1, and yk plus 1 equals to yk plus 1, which will be equals to 20 and 21 and 11. Okay. So like this we will do the iterations. So the next value for the decision parameter will be 2, and 2 is again what? 2 is greater than equals to 0. So when 2 is again greater than equals to 0, then we will again follow this equation. We will again find out the value of decision parameter and x and y value. So number of iteration will be equals to del x minus 1, we have already discussed, that is 10 minus 1 equals to 9. So number of iteration will be equals to 9 in this case. So here are the iterations, started with 20 and 10. So first decision parameter was 6, then pk plus 1 came out to be 2, then this pk plus 1 will be taken as the initial decision parameter 2, from which pk plus 1 came out to be minus 2, and like this iteration will be gone till we achieve the endpoints, that is 30 and 18. So these are the intermediate points that we have calculated, we have find out for drawing a line between the endpoints. So this will be the line. If we draw these points on a coordinate graph, then we will find out this is the these are the endpoints, these are the endpoints, and between these endpoints we can find out the intermediate points and we can join them to draw a line. So this is how Bessonham's line algorithm works. So I hope everyone understood how to draw a line using Bessonham's line algorithm, or basically how to find out the intermediate points between two endpoints to draw a line using Bessonham's line drawing algorithm. So what are the advantages of Bessonham's line drawing algorithm? So it is easy to implement, it is fast and incremental. It is easy to implement, fast and incremental. It executes fast but less faster than DD algorithm. We will do DD algorithm, but so this algorithm is fast, but compared to DD algorithm it is less faster. The points generated by this algorithm are more accurate than DD algorithm. So this algorithm is more accurate compared to the DDA algorithm. It uses fixed points only. So fixed points are only used in this line drawing algorithm. Now what are the disadvantages of this? Though it improves the accuracy of generated points, but still the result is not smooth. As we have seen, there are jaggies in the line. You can see in this problem also, you can see the jaggies here, steps. These jaggies are present. In earlier problem also, if I compare it with the earlier problem 1, there here also you can see the steps. So these steps are still present, jaggies are still present, so we can say the line is not so smooth as we want. Okay. This algorithm is for basic line drawing and it cannot handle diminishing jaggies. So it cannot handle diminishing jaggies. Okay. Now starting with DD algorithm. So what is basically DD algorithm is? So it's like a Bessonham's algorithm obviously, but it generates more smooth line compared to DD algorithm, and obviously algorithm is different with compared to the Bessonham's. So we know it is used for drawing a line. So DD algorithm is the simplest line drawing algorithm. Given the starting and end point coordinates of a line, DD algorithm attempts to generate the points between the starting and ending coordinates. So procedure is, starting and end points are given, that is x naught and y naught, x and y naught. These are the starting and end points. So point generation using DD algorithm involves the following steps. So step number 1 is you have to just find out del x and del y. So we can find out del x and del y, and slope, that is del y by del x. So we have to find out 3 things using the endpoints, that is del x, del y and slope, that is del y by del x. Now we have to find out find the number of steps or points in between the starting and ending coordinates, that is how many steps will be needed. So if absolute del x is greater than absolute del y, then in that scenario steps will be equals to absolute del x, else the number of steps will be absolute del y. So depending which one is greater, del x or del y, that will be taken as the number of steps. So this is the procedure for starting the algorithm. So we have to find out m, which we have already seen in a, so m will be equals to what? Del y by del x. So once we calculated m, then we can see if m is less than 1, case 1, if m is less than 1, then in that scenario xp plus 1, xp plus 1 is the next coordinate, next point. Okay, so xp plus 1 equals to round off of 1 plus xp. So we will take a integer value, not a decimal value, so we are rounding off that value. Okay, and yp plus 1 equals to m plus yp, and again round off of m plus yp if m is less than 1. Now if m is greater than 1, in that scenario if m is greater than 1, xp plus 1 equals to 1 by m plus xp, and again round off of 1 by m plus xp, and yp plus 1 equals to round off of 1 plus yp if m is greater than 1. And if m is equals to 1, then in both the scenario we will add 1 to both the points and round off them, that is round off of 1 plus xp, round off of 1 plus yp. So I am repeating once again, for m less than 1 we will add 1 to xp and round off, we will add m slope value to yp and round off. For m greater than 1, in that scenario we will add inverse of slope to xp, x coordinate point, and we will add 1 to y. Okay, so keep repeating steps until the end point is reached or the number of generated new points, so including the starting ending points, equal to the steps count. So here is a problem. We have to calculate the point between the starting point 5, 6 and ending point 8, 12. So here we can see x naught and y naught are given. So we can easily find out del x, del y. So here, from here we can see del x is what? 8 minus 5, 8 minus 5, that is 3. And del y is what? It is 12 minus 6, 12 minus 6 equals to 6, and slope m will be equals to del y by del x, which will be equals to 6 by 3 equals to 2. So we can see here m is greater than 1. So in the scenario when m is greater than 1, then we have already learned that we will add inverse of slope to x coordinate and 1 in y. So inverse of slope, what will the value of inverse is? 0.5. Okay, so we can see here, we can find out the value of m, that I have already done. These values are already done. Number of steps that we can see, del x is less than del y, value of del y is greater. I have already told that which one will be greater, either del x or del y. So since del y is greater, that is 6, so number of steps will be 6. Okay, so these are the number of steps. Now as m is greater than 1, so case 3 is satisfied. So using that case we can see, I can find out what was the case, that m, when m is greater than 1, then we have to add 1 by m plus xp and 1 plus yp. 1 by m means 1 by 2. What was the value of x? The starting point, the value of x, the starting point is 5. Okay, so 1 by 2 plus 5, and starting value of y is 6. So 1 plus 6. So this is equals to 5.5 and this is equals to 7. So the next points are 5.5 and 7, but we have to round off, we have to take the integer value, so we have to round off. So 5.5 becomes 6. So 6 comma 7 will be our next point. So we can see here 6 comma 7 will be our next point. Okay, so likewise we can do the iteration again and again, and after doing the iteration we can do the iteration till we achieve the end points, that is 8, 12. So these are the intermediate points which we got to draw a line. Okay, so we can again see the jag is formed here in this line. Now problem 2, same, starting point 5, 6, ending point 13, 10. I'm giving you 1 minute, just do the question on your own. You have to find out the value of del x, del y, slope, that is del y by del x, then compare the slope. If it is less than 0, greater than 0, less than 1, greater than 1 or equal to 1, compare and put the conditions algorithm accordingly for the iteration purpose. So do it. Okay, so we can see x naught, y naught, and x and yn. So we can calculate the value of del x, del y, slope. So here slopes come to be 0.5. It means less than 1. So this here the condition is for m less than 1, and if I compare for the number of steps, del x value is greater than del y. So number of steps will be 8, as the 8 is here, which is greater than 4. So as m is less than 1, so case 1 is satisfied. So we execute. What was the case 1? In case 1, what was the case 1? If you recall it, that if m is less than 1, then what we have to do? We have to x p plus 1 and y p plus m. Okay, and round off. Obviously round off. We have to round off the value. So what was the initial starting point here? Initial starting point is y. So 5 plus 1 equals to 6, and for y it is 6 plus value of slope is 0.5, that is 6.5. Rounding off we will get 7. So the next points are 6 and 7. So you can see in the table here 6, 7 are the next points. So again we will follow the same till we achieve the end points, and the intermediate points will be there to draw the line. So this will be the line, and still we can see number of jaggies, steps present here. So this is not smooth as well compared to Bessonham's line algorithm. So I hope you understood this type of line drawing algorithm. So basically we have learnt about two types of line drawing algorithm, that is Bessonham's and DDA line drawing algorithm. So advantages of DDA algorithm is, it is a simple algorithm, it is easy to implement, it avoids using the multiplication operation which is costly in terms of time, complexity. Okay, then disadvantages, there is an extra overhead of using round off function. Obviously every time we are rounding off, so there is an extra overhead of rounding off function. Using round off function increases time complexity of the algorithm. So this function also increases the time complexity of the function. Resulted lines are not smooth because of round off function. So because of this round off function, we are taking the integer value, the resultant lines are not so smooth, and the points generated by this algorithm are not accurate. So points because of the round off function. So basically the main culprit in this algorithm is a round off function. So if we eliminate this round off function, then we can easily draw the line with a more accurate and more smoother way. Okay. Now comes with circle drawing algorithm. So till now we have learnt about line drawing. Now comes up with a circle drawing algorithm. So how to draw a circle? So there are basically some algorithms available here. So one is midpoint circle drawing algorithm and another is Bressenham's circle drawing algorithm. So two types of algorithms are there to draw a circle, midpoint and Bressenham's. So we will start with Bressenham's circle drawing algorithm. So in Bressenham's, given the center point, if we know the center point and radius of the circle, then Bressenham's circle algorithm attempts to generate the points of one octant, and once we find out the points of one octant, then we can obviously find out the other points of other octants also, because points are all points of the octants are related to each other. So we just have to find out the points of one octant only. So points of other octants, this is n. Points of other octants are generated using 8 symmetry property. Okay. So procedure is, if the center point of the circle is given, that is x0, y0, and radius of the circle is given, then there are steps to generate a circle using Bressenham's circle drawing algorithm. So step 1 is, we will consider x0 equals to 0 and y0 equals to r. So starting point will be x0 equals to 0 and y0 equals to r, and we will calculate the initial decision parameter p0, that is equals to 3 minus 2r. So we have to calculate the initial decision parameter, that is p0 equals to 3 minus 2r. Okay. So this will be the initial decision parameter. So suppose we have to find out the next point, that is if the point given is xk yk and we have to find out the next point, that is xk plus 1 or yk plus 1, then we have to follow these process, depends on the decision parameter pk. If pk is less than 0, then in that scenario we will increment 1 in x and y will remain same, and the new value of decision parameter will be pk plus 4x plus 1 plus 6. Okay. This will be the new value of the decision parameter if pk is less than 0. If pk is greater than equals to 0, then that scenario we will increment 1 in x and we will decrement 1 in y. We will increment 1 in x and decrement 1 in y, and the new value of pk plus 1 will be equals to pk plus 4 xk plus 1 minus yk plus 1 plus 10. So this will be the equation for new pk if pk is greater than equals to 0, and if pk is less than 0, this will be a new equation, and the new next points will be this. Okay. Just remember these points. You will learn these points by practice only, and we will do 1 or 2 problem on this. So if the given center x0 y0 is not 0 0, then we have to do the following. If we will just add those centers, it means x plot y plot equals to xc plus x0 and yc plus y0. So we will add the initial, if x0 y0 is not 0 0, let me say if x0 y0 given is 2 comma 3, then that scenario we will add 2 and 3 in each and every point which you have find out using this algorithm to find out the actual intermediate points of a circle. Okay. So here xc and yc denotes the current value of x and y coordinates. So keep repeating step 3 and 4 until x plot is equals to or greater than y plot. So till we achieve this, we will keep repeating the step 3 and 4. So this step, once we achieve this x plot equals to y plot, it means we have achieved the coordinates of one octant, and once we have find out the coordinates of one octant, then we can easily find out the coordinates of other 7 octants by symmetry property of a circle. So you can see here, if you have find out the point of one octant, that is x comma y, then using the symmetry property we can compare here. Then x comma y, here is minus x minus y, here it will be y x, then here it will be minus y minus x, then y minus x, then here minus x y, and x minus y, it will, and here will be minus y minus x. So these all are using the symmetry property. We can find out the other coordinates of the octants. So starting with the problem, in this problem we have taken the center point of the circle as 0 0, that is origin, and the radius is 8. Then what we have to do, we have to assign x naught equals to 0 and y naught equals to r, which is equals to 8, and the decision parameter is 3 minus 2r. Okay, see, we have done this, x naught equals to 0 and y naught equals to r, that is 8. Then we can find out the value of decision parameter, that is 3 minus 2r, which comes out to be minus 13, which comes out to be minus 13. So this value is less than 0. This decision parameter is less than 0. So for less than 0, just recall, for less than 0, what was the value of x and y, next point of x and y, that is xk plus 1, yk plus 1, xk plus 1, yk plus 1 and pk plus 1. So just recall, I can move back slide. So here you can see, for less than 0, xk plus 1 will be, we just 1 is incremented in x, y will remain same, and pk plus 1 equals to pk plus 4 into xk plus 1 plus 6. So we can do the same here. Next point in this will be, starting from 0, we will get 0 plus 1, y is taken as 8, so it will remains at 8, and we can find out the value of pk. So here it is, xk plus 1 equals to 0 plus 1, that 1 is come, y will remain same, we have taken y equals to 8, that is r, so it will remain same, and the new value of the decision parameter, that is pk plus 4 xk plus 1 plus 6, so value will be minus 3, and again the pk value is less than 0. So we will again take this step iteration for less than 0 condition, the same condition we will take again, same condition, we will find out the next points and next decision parameter value. So this step is not applicable here, as the center given points is 0 0. So this is executed similarly as xk plus 1 greater than equals to yk plus 1 as follows. So we can find out the values, we will keep repeating the algorithm, find the iterations and find out the intermediate values of an coordinates of an octant. Okay, we are finding out the values of an octant. So starting with 0 8, first we have find out the decision parameter minus 13, the next decision parameter was minus 3, then taken minus 3 as the initial decision parameter, we have calculated the value, and next decision parameter was 11. So as the decision parameter is 11, then we can see this decision parameter is greater than this 11. You can see this 11 is greater than 0, then for greater than 0, 1 is incremented in y, and 1 is incremented in y, 1 is incremented in x and 1 is decremented in y. So here you can see 1 is incremented in x and 1 is decremented in y. So 3 comma 7, and again 5 comes out to be, and 5 is again greater than 0. So we will do again the same thing, 1 is incremented in x and 1 is decremented in y. So see, 1 is incremented in x and 1 is decremented in y. Again 7 comes out to be, which is greater than 0 decision parameter. So again 1 is incremented in x and 1 is decremented in y. So 4 to 5 and 6 to 5, and here it becomes x equals to y. So we will stop here. Okay, so we will stop here, and these are the coordinates of one octant. So using these coordinates of one octant, we can find out the coordinates of other octant also. Okay, so these are the coordinates of 4 quadrants. Okay, using symmetry property. So this is how we can draw a circle using this algorithm. Now problem 2. Just take a minute and start doing this. So center is not 0 0 here, okay, radius is 10 but center is not 0 0. See what you will do. Okay, starting here. So x naught y naught is 10 10 and radius is 10. Again we will just ignore this 10 10 right now, but when we finalize, when we actually find out the values, then there we will add these coordinates 10 10 in each and every point, okay, to get the actual point. So we are considering x naught equals to 0, starting the procedure, x naught equals to 0, y naught equals to r equals to 10. So find out the value of p naught, that is 3 minus 2r, which comes out to be minus 17, which is again less than 0. For less than 0, x k plus 1 is equals to x k plus 1 and y will remain same, okay, y will remain same, and we can find out the value of pk also, that is pk plus 1, which is equals to pk plus 4x k plus 1 plus 6. So as p initial is less than 0, so this has to be done. This was the step, and from here pk plus 1 next division parameter value comes out to be minus 7, which is less than 0. So here this value is again less than 0. So again for again less than 0, x plot and y plot we can calculate the x plot and y plot, that is adding 10 to each point. So likewise we can draw our table here. So these are the initial points which we find out, and we added 10 in each and every point because initially the origin of the circle was at 10 comma 10, okay. So we add those, and these are the actual points for plotting purpose for one octant, and likewise we can find out the points of other octants also, okay. So these are the points of coordinates, and we can draw a circle here. So advantages of Bressenham's circle drawing algorithm is the entire algorithm is based on the simple equation of circle, that is x square plus y square equals to r square, and it is easy to implement. The disadvantages of Bressenham circle drawing algorithm is, like midpoint algorithm, accuracy of the generating points is an issue in the algorithm. This algorithm suffers when used to generate complex and high graphical images, and there is no significant enhancement with respect to performance, okay. Now midpoint circle drawing algorithm. So we will start, we will do this algorithm in the next lecture. We will start, it will also take some time. So this is a different algorithm compared to the Bressenham's, and it generates more smoother circle compared to the Bressenham's, and we will start in the next lecture. So thank you.